Hello there! Today I'm going to introduce you to progressive web apps. Before explaining what they are, I want you to think for a minute about some of the best features of any web app and some of the best features of any mobile app. Let's say you can combine these features and you can create a web app that really feels like a mobile app. What do you think are the most important features for such kind of app? What would you want most from your app? You might have answered with some of the following features. App that loads instantly, even in uncertain network conditions, or even offline. App that have push notifications. App that you can add to home screen, that can be installed just like a mobile app. And all this using modern web technologies. But can web do that? Yes, the web can do that. A web application that combines some of the best features offered by most modern browsers with the benefits of a mobile experience, it is called Progressive Web App. Think of it as a regular web page or websites built using modern web technologies that can appear to the user like traditional applications or native mobile applications. Progressive web apps can load very fast on slow connections, work offline, send push notifications, and load to the home screen. What separates progressive web apps from a regular web app is a list of key concepts that need to be fulfilled. To be considered a progressive web app, your app must be progressive, should work for every user, regardless of browser choice, because built with progressive enhancement. Responsive, progressive web apps will fit any device, be it a desktop, a mobile, a tablet, or whatever is next. App-like feeling, it should look like an app to the user, with app-style interactions and navigation because they are built on the app shell model. Fresh, always up-to-date. Safe, served via HTTPS, so unauthorized users can't access their content. Discoverable, as contents can easily be found by search engines. Installable, to the home screen through browser-provided prompts, allowing users to keep apps they find most useful without passing through an app store. Linkable, meaning they are zero install and easy to share. You just need the URL. Re-engageable, make re-engagement easy through features like push notifications. So you might be wondering, what technologies should I learn for building progressive web apps? There are many frameworks that facilitate the process of building a progressive app. But the main thing is to learn the essential technologies and concepts behind them. These are the technical components that support progressive web app features: the service worker, the web app manifest, the app shell architecture, and you might also consider the cache API and the push API. Now let's see each of these main technologies, starting from the web app manifest. The web app manifest is a JSON file. It's the first component that gives the progressive its native app interface appearance. With the manifest, you can control the way the app is displayed to the user and how it can be launched. The file allows you to find a centralized place for the web app's metadata. The manifest usually contains starting URL, an app's full and short name, links to icons and icon sizes, type and location. You can also define a splash screen and a theme color for the address bar. The service worker is a JavaScript file running separately from the web page or web app. Consider it as a programmable proxy, a script that your browser runs in the background. It responds to user interactions with the app, including network requests made from pages it serves. Because the service worker runs only to process a specific event, its lifetime is short. You can use service worker to cache all static resources, which automatically reduces network requests and improve performance, or either to display the application shell, inform users, and serve up a page for the user to interact with once they are offline. To get started with the service worker in your Progressive web app, you need to register the service worker. Once the service worker is registered, we start to experience its life cycle, the moment a user visits the page from the first time. During installation phase, for example, you can cache all the static assets in your web app and serve these assets from the cache when user is offline. The service worker is also in charge of background synchronization. It can delay actions until stable connectivity is back. The application shell architecture is a set of standards that focus on providing a fast loading experience to users. Using an app shell architecture allows you to give your Progressive web app similar properties of native apps, like instant loading and regular updates. It sounds very complicated, but essentially boils down to this. The app is separated into two major components, the shell and the content. The shell contains all the static user interface elements, such as a header, menus, drawers. When we cache an app, the shell should always be saved on the device, because we want it to be available at all times. That is why when a user with no internet connection opens the app, they won't see an empty screen. Instead, they will see the cached app interface and an appropriate error message. The Cache API is a system for storing and retrieving network requests and corresponding responses. This might be regular requests and responses created in the course of running your application, or they could be created slowly for the purpose of storing some data in the cache. The Cache API was created to enable service workers to cache network requests so that they can provide appropriate responses even while offline. However, the API can also be used as a general storage mechanism. It allows you to cache URL addressable resources, which means assets, web pages, HTTP responses. The Push API enables sending of a push message to a web app via a push service. An application server can send a push message at any time, even when a web app is inactive. Push messages are delivered to a service worker that runs in the origin of the web app, which can use the information in the message to update local state or display a notification to the user. Basically, using the set of open standard technologies such as the service workers, the app manifest, cache and push APIs, we can create applications that are platform independent and deliver app-like user experiences. The great thing about progressive web apps is that even though all browsers might not support the underlying technologies, you can already implement them without worries. This is because all the used technologies are progressive in nature. This means that those users that have support for them will get an enhanced experience, but all users will get a great basic experience.